Here at Rolling Meadows High School, we have many nature areas around the school campus. Although many students enjoy the serene atmosphere of the creek, they also tend to leave a lot of trash around the site. From water bottles to wrappers and plastic bags, endless amounts of trash litter this area so important to the Rolling Meadows community. For all the wildlife who inhabit this area, this plastic waste is detrimental. But not only does this affect the animals in the area, it also is ruining an important memorial to a former student. In 2006, the summer after she graduated from Rolling Meadows High School, Emily Jackson took a prescription pill and overdosed. Her grieving father then walked by the creek, destitute at the time, and had the idea to restore the area for his daughter. The trash left is disrespectful to the surrounding area that Rolling Meadows uses and Emily's memory. We interviewed a staff member and some students who regularly utilize this area on their thoughts.
So I take my photo students down to the creek to give them a little bit of exposure to things outside the four walls of our actual school space. We're able to take pictures of nature, the surroundings, architecture. So we go by the creek, we go over by the bridge, we go to the football field, so we kind of go in all those areas. So it just gives students a chance to photograph something that's a little bit different that they wouldn't normally have just within the classroom space.
I've gone down to the creek a couple times. Once was for chemistry class and we were testing for dissolved oxygen. And then we also went down near the creek to plant trees. I believe it was on September 19th, but I'd like to in the future go down there just to hang out and enjoy the nature. I have definitely noticed a lot of the pollution, particularly in the form of just like trash, like all over the place. I've seen like chip bags, styrofoam cups. I think I even saw a bag of dog poop once. And I think the disrespect towards the nature and the wildlife is despicable. It's just unjustifiable, and I think it's careless and ignorant.
I have been noticing it. So I've been teaching photo here for 15 years, give or take. So every semester, even in the winter, we'll go down in the winter over by the creek to take photos. And it just, there's always been some sort of litter, but the past, it just gets a little bit worse year after year, I feel like. And I think it's not just the students that might be hanging out or going down there, walking through there, but also the community. Because I've seen people within the community that aren't Meadow students, like down there, just hanging out or just walking, looking at nature. But, you don't always just leave footsteps, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. And then how do you think we could possibly limit the amount of litter down there? Do you think there's any solutions for it?
That's a hard one because there are garbage cans. There could be maybe a couple more because there's one by one of the benches over by the bridge, but there's another bench kind of halfway in that path area, so maybe another one could be put there. But I think just, everyone, taking ownership to the space. It is a public space, and there's a lot of native plants, there's a lot of native animals over there, so we gotta be respectful to them. I'm always taking out my little bird listening app to hear what birds are out there, and just seeing what's there, and anything to kind of help promote, would be nice.
Yeah, I think maybe adding more trash cans, more accessible near the creek, rather than kind of all the way up by the trail, because I think it may be from students that are hanging out down there that don't feel like going all the way back up. So if we were able to put trash cans closer to the creek, it might decrease the litter.